welcome to this week's episode of Career Avenue. Today, we get to meet a young man whose childhood challenges did not deter him from achieving his lifelong dreams.
Thank you very much for making time for this interview. So who's Eric, and do you go by other names?
I go by the names Eric Muturi Kagiri, but I rarely use Eric. I use Muturi Kagiri. I'm a young man brought up in Laikipia County, born in Nyeri County, and I'm the founder of a group called Transcom Initiative, which is a CBO, community-based organization, that deals with the youth, skills development, talent search, and capacity building for the youth. I'm currently in 4th year in Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, studying computer technology.
Let's first of all start with your educational background from primary.
My background is quite long and interesting. I started school in 1998 as a toddler, and by then I was so young and naive, so I had to learn to go to school earlier than my age, because by then tulikuwa tunaambiwa unaweka mkono ukiguza masikio ndio unaingia kwa shule. So I was kinda genius ama nini, because the first exam that I did ya kuintroduce shule, I just passed. ABCD and the rest, kuandika majina nilikuwa najua hata before nifunze na mwalimu. Then from there nikaenda primary school, ilikuwa inaitwa Nyakiambi Primary School. That was in the year 2001, and that's how I can say started my journey of education. In class 6 I was transferred to another school, ilikuwa inaitwa Ngaro Destiny Academy, and I did my KCP in 2008. So from there I went to Njoro Boys. That was in 2009, and nikamaliza in 2012.
What activities did you indulge yourself in high school?
I was an environmentalist and I was good in music.
So you can sing?
Yes, but don't ask me to. So I was in 2 main clubs. That was in my Form 1. I was the Secretary General of the environmental club of the school. So in Form 2, we had various projects, and we went for a science contest using from the background of the club. There were things that we are doing in the project. So we won an award, and that's how I was promoted to become the chairman of the group. So from there, I realized that I was good in music, because I was in the choir. I was in YCS. So nikiwa Form 2, that is when I decided to join the school choir. And I remember in that year tulikuwa na music festival, the national music festivals zilikuwa zinafanyika Nakuru, and we won in several categories. So I did my KCSE, still being advised by the parents, nisome niache mchezo kwa shule, and I got a B plane. There are 60 points, and the cutoff was 61 points. And I remember my dad akiniambia, I won't take you to school with this grade. You are an A material, so I won't take a B of 60 points. Hiyo moja yenye ulimiss, either you go back to school for it, ama you survive. I chose to survive. Having a B, nilijiona I made it, so why should I go back to school? And the rest walikuwa na yenye tulikuwa tunahang nao walikuwa na C- and the C+. So hiyo fada akanipeleka Kiti, that was Kenya Industrial Training Institute in Nakuru, to do the computer packages and some computer maintenance. Then sikumaliza course. There is something that transpired because of the frustrations za kuambiwa I can't go to campus. I felt hata hii masomo inanichosha. So I went back home and nikaandikwa kwa a mali shop. Nilikuwa nalipwa 3,000. Then my mom came nikiwa kazi with a friend of us. Bado alikuwa mwalimu wangu, alikuwa class teacher nikiwa class 6 before sasa ni transfer. And the lady talked akaniuliza, is this what you want with your life? Wishi kuandikwa 3,000 shillings. Tunakujua you are a very smart guy. Then unataka kila mtu akikuchekelea. So that hit me hard. Nikamua I need to have a sitting with myself. Unasikia kujita kama mkutano. Na the brother to the guy who had employed me, he was in form 3. Akaanza kunimock. Kisema brother yake anaajiri watu, alikuwa anajifanya anasoma sana watu wa masomo because our family, both of my sisters walikuwa mbele yangu walikuwa campus. Siku moja the guy he told me, unajua hata ukarudi shule huwezi nishinda. Vile nimekuona kwa hii kazi hata ukarudi tunaweza bet. Nikamwambia nikamuuliza how much are you willing to bet nikirudi shule? Niambia even 10,000. Ukirudi shule unishinde, I'll give you 10,000. Nilirudi juu ya bet. Nikasema sasa kuna mtu ameniwekea 10,000 mahali ati nikimshinda atanipatia. And yet everybody knew that sasa wao tulikuwa nafanya nao kazi. Hakuna hata nikirudi unless nipate D. They couldn't imagine that mtu akae 1 year outside arudi shule anapate a good grade. So I reported on around, it was I think end of January or February kianza. So to my shock, the syllabus nilikuwa nasoma ilikuwa imechangiwa. And set books zote zilikuwa zimechangiwa. So it was very tough for me. Nikasoma mock, nikapata, it was a B+ in the mock. And I was I think number 11. But sasa index nilipona index 47. I don't know how it happened. Then nika struggle, nikasoma, kiomba, but I was very prayerful because nilikuwa najua the challenge yenye imeningoja nyumbani na kuna mtu tulibet. So singekubali hiyo pesa iende na sina. Nilikuwa nishakula. So tukafanya exam. In that exam I got an A- of 80 points. In fact nilimiss 1 point kupata A plain. I just longed to go back home. Nipatane ukijana.
Ulichukua pesa zako?
Sikuchukua because alipotea. He got a C-, in fact a D+, not even a C-. So I went to Naivasha. Nikafunza a school called Milele High School. Kanafunza agriculture, physics and mathematics. Alafu part time nafanya chemistry. I joined campus in 2015, JKUAT, to pursue computer technology. At my first semester, I was elected to lead the students from Laikipia County, that is my home county. In first year, second semester, I was elected to chair the Mount Kenya students in the university. And since then, they have never gotten me out of that post. Yeah, because I would swiftly get into the system and have things running for the students. And maybe I can say that among the achievements in that leadership is what I am now, because it's where that I got the networks and the links to knowing what the youth really need, because we would handle cases of a student is out of school for fees. Someone else has dropped out of school. Mwingine tu ameenda, amelead mgomo, nimeitwa, mwingine ameshikwa. So that is why I like built myself in community work and social issues. So in 2016, I was invited to a conference, to volunteer in a conference, the Kenya Moja conference, where we were talking about the peace and reconciliation. That was out of the 2007 chaos. So there was this organization that built up, the Kenya Unites. So as I volunteered, I managed to move around in the country, engage with primary school kids, high school students and university students. And along the journey, I realized that there are several issues that I should tackle as a youth, as a leader, and at least I should have a solution for them. Not just in identifying a problem, but at least I should find a way of solving the problem. And in 2017, I was very active in politics. I remember I was the leader of a youth wing for 3 aspirants. One was going for the MCA, the other one was going for the senator, and I was also very active in the presidential race by then.
This is Career Avenue. We're going for a break, but when we come back, Mr. Kagiri will tell us what he's doing currently.
Education. Education is life. It's through education that we ensure that tomorrow's generation and the next is nurtured well, and that the environment they live in guarantees them a good future. Edu TV is at the very heart of this vision. Edu TV transmits educational content and entertainment programs as well all over Kenya, and this doesn't stop. Edu TV, the national educator.
In case you're just joining us, this is Career Avenue. We are here talking to Mr. Muturi Kagiri, who's the founder of Transcom Initiative. So, Mr. Muturi, what does Transcom mean and do?
Transcom is a CBO derived from 2 words, which is basically our mandate, or it's what we carry the vision with. Trans and com, meaning transforming the communities. We chose transforming the communities because we start with our own community from where we are. So Transcom has a journey. I can say, whether we are just 3 months old now, and we are doing quite great. The journey started with Transcom with a C. And we realized that there is a government parastatal with that name, Transcom with a C. There is an organization that has a Transcom with a C, and so many other Transcoms. So we changed from the Transcom with a C to Transcom with a K. And K was significant because the group or the organization is formed in Kenya. So K for Kenya, but the com for communities. So we want to change the communities, we change Kenya, and then we change the world. And the question is, how are we going to do it? Basically, with the vision that we have, we want to ensure that every youth realizes the potential that you have, what you are good at, and what you can do for this country. Not just complaining of Kenya hakuna jobs. As the founder, kuna swali nilijiuliza. This was after the conference, the Global Unites conference at Brackenhurst. The question that came to my mind is, the conference there was transform. The theme was transform. And we were given an assignment. What are you going to transform? What is this change that you want in your country? What is the change that you want as an individual, for your friends in your country? So when I came out of the conference, I challenged myself. I told a friend that the conference was so nice in educating us, but until we bring down the message home, it won't have any impact. And that's why I decided to form Transcom. And back in my mind, I saw, and in the conference, there were so many youths with talents, because during the team building activities, everybody was given a chance to showcase what you have. And I sat down and said, all these skills, all these talents, what if someone came up and decided to maybe have a platform for value addition, or have a platform for them to grow their talents and skills? And that's where Transcom came from. I was challenged. There are these videos that go around social media. You see a kid constructing some funny machines using wood. Yeah, that's an engineer in the making. But who is there to tap that talent? Who is there to tap that skill and grow it so that in future we won't import those areas and the rest? It's us.
So the Transcom initiative is about skills and talents. You've heard of the new curriculum the system is rolling out, the competency-based curriculum. How do you think this is going to benefit young people outside there?
The CBC system is quite good, because in fact the backbone of Transcom is also the CBC. What is being done in primary schools will have its impact in some few years to come, because this is where the children learn about what they are good at and what they can do best. So I think that is the right way to go for the country. The CBC system for Transcom is a foundation, and we are working so hard to make sure that it succeeds, because right now Transcom is focusing on high school students and ex-high school students, because it's where most of the decisions are made. So we will use the tactic of the CBC system to impact the guys in high school, because someone told me one day that for you to know what you're good, you're best at, don't look at what you're doing right now. Check your years back, like 10 years back, when you are a kid. What is this that you loved doing? What would you do all the time and feel nice about it? And what if this young man in high school, this young lady in high school who is about to choose the career he wants to pursue in future, discovers what he's best at, so that when he's coming out of school, there will be structures already in his mind that this is what I want in life. Regardless of the grade that I get, but I'll follow my passion. So this is what we want to do as Transcom, and this is what we are doing. So we have two phases of the project. The high school part, where we are preparing students for the life outside there, by helping them discover what they are good at and what they can do for the country. And then there is this stage, this other phase of the guys who are outside the school. Guys who finished school, those who even didn't go to campus, but they are out there with so many skills and I think brilliant ideas. How are we going to help them? It's using the tactic of the CBC system to get them through various youth platforms. We bring them together, help them, or create an expo for them to showcase what they are good at, then build it from there. And I think the the toughest question that we are facing right now is how are we going to do it? Because I've studied computer technology, and I might get someone who is so good in music. I might get someone who is good in mechanical engineering. How am I going to do it? And this is where partnership comes on board. We are working so hard to get the partnerships for the sake of growing the organization. And one point of focus that we are taking is the KIOP. They have a program of training young people based on what they feel like doing in life. So once we identify these brilliant ideas, we hope to partner with the government through that program, because we can't sponsor them, we don't have the funds for that, but maybe in future we'll have. So we train them, then they'll be under the program of Transcom. So when they have graduated in that program, they come back, we give them a role to train others of their similar interest. So by that we'll be getting into the roots of the community. I train you, you train the other person trains the other person. So in the long run, we'll have made the impact that we need in this country. The transformation will be felt in the grassroots, because each and every person will have realized what they are good at and what they can do for this country, without looking at the government to give them the jobs. Transcom is registered in Thika Town under the national government. So we operate within Thika and its environments, but our projects are not limited to Thika. So if you want to find us, there are our contacts. We'll share the contacts. You can reach me through my personal phone number, which is currently we are using as the point of contact for the organization. And we are establishing an office in Thika Town. So far we have like 4 projects that are undergoing. We have one of us who is doing carpentry. He's so good at it. I'll share the photos. We have someone else doing the books, Ankara books. I carried one. I'll show you later. There is someone else who is good in music. And we are partnering with another organization, training models. So yeah, I modeled once when I was in campus. So I have also passion in that. So we have the fashion side, carpentry, Ankara books, and so many other projects that are coming up. The piece of advice that I would give to our youths is anytime yetu. Let's not sit there and complain. Do something for this country. Let's be proud of our country. Regardless of corruption, regardless of all those ills in the country, we are the people to change the country. Hakuna mtu ataimportiwa kutoka mazama wapi akuja jenga nchi. We are the people to build the country. So if each and every one of us takes his or her own role to build the country, hata corruption itaisha. It's all about the change, and for sure we'll have a transformed generation. Let's not be negative, let's be positive. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Muturi, for making time for this interview. It was a pleasure.
I'm humbled. Thank you.
This is Career Avenue, and you've been talking to Mr. Eric Muturi Kagiri. Till next time, it is goodbye.